All right. Here we are, tips, tricks, and tools. I am Becca Maria, and I am excited to actually be getting on and sharing some of these tips and tricks and tools with you guys because it's February. And I am not the romantic in our relationship, in Jordan and I's relationship. Jordan is the romantic. Okay. So a lot of times it's like I'm not aware of like that maybe I should romance a little bit more because he's the one that's normally doing it. And I know that he desires that he likes that. So my tips and tricks and tools are going to revolve around that today. And I know that I'm running 5 minutes behind when I said I was going to start, but it's because I took the time to get my man some coffee. We had a very long night last night, and so we both are feeling a little bit frazzled and kind of crazy. So the first tip that I wanted to point out to you guys that I like to use, we are waiting for you to give birth as well. Okay, but this oil right here, this NRG oil is amazing. Oh, this is a new bottle even. And what I like to do is just put it on my wrists. Okay, so this is for energy. This is your tip for energy. This is great. So if you have, say, a in-home, wow, that smells good. Okay, so let me just give you this other tip too. If you rub it in your hand, you can do the inhalation. So you inhale, I think for like 4, and you hold for 7, and then you exhale for 8, I think is how that is. Or if you're like, wait, what? Just cup your hands over your mouth and nose, inhale in, hold it for a little bit and let it go. Okay. Whew, yeah, that definitely is really nice. Okay. So if you're married, I'm sure that there is like opposites attract. So I'm sure some of you are like, oh yeah, I totally am the romantic, or this person wouldn't know what romance is if it bit them in the bum. Like they wouldn't have a clue. In fact, they'd probably get really mad. So that's probably the two opposites right there. And that is basically how Jordan and I are. But because we love each other, we want to serve each other in that way. And so, some tips, tricks, and tools that I have for you are, first of all, we're going to talk about some essential oils. And secondly, I have a list of things, of just different apps and different Instagram pages, groups that you can follow that also help with the intimacy side of your marriage. Because the two biggest reasons why marriages fall apart are, somebody tell me what the two things are. Okay. Sex and money. Okay. So money, I'm not talking about money, talking more about the intimacy side of things. Okay. And what I have always appreciated is that my man has always pursued that, but pursued that in such a loving way. Like it's so Christ-centered whenever he pursues it. So what I like to try and do and work on for myself is making sure that I'm in the mood for things, which I taught a class last weekend about oils and romance. So if you want more information, more in-depth information than what I'm going to go into today, then I can send you that class. It's also on my Facebook page. Okay. So pointing over here, because this is where my, I've got Zoom going on over here and Facebook here. So if you see me like looking back and forth, that's why. So one of the oils that I love to use to kind of get me in the mood, I might even put it in a diffuser. We have a couple diffusers in our room. So I will put those in the diffusers in my room just to kind of create that ambiance. The other thing I love about diffusers is that you can turn them on and they not only release that aroma, whatever aroma you feel like releasing, but it creates that ambiance, that candle ambiance. So you don't, and for one, I'm not going to talk about candles today, but I could go off about so many things, but I won't. So that's why I love to use the diffusers, is you can change the smell. It doesn't have to stay that one smell. So one of the oils I love to use is Amorescence. Okay. This is a great perfume. So you can use it as that. It's just good. It's just good. Okay. There's several more out there, but I'm just going to share that one with you. And the one for men that I swear smells like Anthropologie is Mister. Okay, not Mister. I'm sorry. Shutron is the one that smells like Anthropologie. Mister is another oil that is can be used as a cologne. It's got sage, fennel, myrtle, lavender, yarrow, and peppermint. So it's a very light smell. So these are two that if you want to try and get them. So this one's more like, sorry, I'm waiting for that. Okay, good, it reconnected. This one is more of that kind of greenery type smell. It's a little bit light. The Shutron is probably my favorite, besides the beard oil that my husband mixes up. But Shutron is like amazing. That's the one that smells like Anthropologie. Whenever you walk into the store, Anthropologie. So those would be the ones that I recommend that you get, as well as a diffuser to go in your room to create that ambiance. Okay, so those are just a couple of different tools that I would suggest you'd use. Some tricks or tips that I would love to give you is there are some different apps that you can get now. Now, Jordan and I have experimented and played with all sorts of different apps online, just trying to find something that wasn't just our direct messaging, because that can kind of sometimes be a little nerve-wracking. So it's nice that people have created separate apps for messaging to do, to pass lovely messages back and forth to each other. So one of the ones that we finally came across, and we tried different ones that we were like, this is okay, but it's definitely not Christian based. And so there are some really weird things on there. So we were so excited whenever we came across this app. It's called Intimately Us. And it is just, it's great. It is very clean. It has like little fun things to do, like the little tip or the little challenge that I was supposed to do today for Jordan it was like make eye contact with your husband, wink and smile at him. And you can make that as hilarious or as serious as you want. And so check out Intimately Us. They have a messaging app that they pair with their app. The messaging app is Just Between Us, and that's also a really excellent one. It's very clean. I can't remember if it's Christian based or not, but it's not like any of the other ones that you're going to find. So I recommend those. The other people that I want to recommend that you follow, if you happen to be on Instagram, there's other groups that I recommend that you follow. The one that Jordan and I follow and that we also listen to their podcasts is Kingdom Sexuality. And it has just been wonderful from the day that we started following them. It's been great. So that's a good one to follow. Some of the other ones I've come across because of following Kingdom Sexuality is the Marriage in Action, which is this super sweet couple. They just have fun. They put together really fun reels and fun tips and things for you to try. It's just nice to follow sites like that, especially as a married person, because you can see like this really encourages you to pursue your husband, or as your husband to pursue your wife, because you're seeing those things on Instagram or on Facebook, those accounts that you're following consistently, and they're consistently encouraging you to actually love your husband or your spouse well. Okay, so Marriage in Action is another one I follow. And then, hey, Val, welcome. I'm talking about tips and tricks for married couples. So the other one that I have been following, this lady, I just love this lady. Like, the second I started watching her, I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. So her tagline on her Instagram page is Hot, Holy, Happy Marriage. Okay, so just go follow her, at least go check her out. You can decide if you want to follow her or not, but go check her out, because she's another one. She like prays blessings over you and kind of is like teaching you. She's like that older woman that's teaching you how to pray and even how to have a good marriage with your husband. And so those are the ones that I have found super helpful. So go check those out. I'll try and remember to post those down here so you guys can actually follow them, or at least go check them out and decide if you want to follow them. and as well as the apps and the messaging apps. And then don't forget to check out Armorescence for Valentine's Day. It's a very nice floral. It's not too florally, but it has some floral and some maybe grounding hints to it too. I don't know. I don't ever look at the ingredients until I'm like doing little videos like this. Jasmine, Divana, Osatea, Ylang Ylang, Roman chamomile, vanilla. That's why I like this one. Geranium, oh, and Idaho blue spruce and vetiver. That explains why I like this one. So this is like floral and trees and vanilla. You can't go wrong. So this one is great. And then the other two for the men is Mister and Shutron. Now, if your man has a beard, I would recommend that you check out the Bearded Sheriff, which is my husband. He has crafted his own beard oils, and let me tell you, they're nice. They're good. Okay. Almost everybody that smelled them so far, actually, everybody that has smelled them so far has been like, oh, those are good. Okay. So there is something for everybody, for every kind of man. And as a woman, you will want to cuddle up to your husband closer with those. So I hope that these have been helpful to you. Once again, as soon as I hop off of here, I will go ahead and post those links to the app and to the messaging app and to the Instagram accounts. And I think you can find most of them on Facebook too. So that is all. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, and we will talk to you later.